What is it, 2-for-1 buy down?
2-1 buy down. So we're back to thinking about how to be creative and maybe preparing sellers, because this is actually a great option for a buyer, but it's better used for a buyer if it's a seller concession. So what it is a 2-1 buy down is buying down the interest rate 2 points first year, buying it down 1 point year 2, and then it goes back to normal. So when the younger generation right now is hearing 7% and thinking, whoa, no way, I'm not going to buy a house. We all know 7% is pretty much what we were dealing with a few years ago, so it's not high. It's pretty normal. We're getting back to normal real estate, but not everybody's prepared for that. So if you are a buyer and you're thinking, I really want to wait to see what happened with rates and wait till they go back down, possibly next year, you might not have to do that because you can negotiate, because some of these houses are sitting on the market now. Now, when I say sitting on the market, it's not for 6 months. They're sitting on the market for a couple of weeks.
Right.
But it is making sellers start to go, all right, maybe I need to figure out how to, make some concessions. So rather than maybe negotiating the lowest price, you go in with your negotiations and you ask for the seller to fund the 2-1 buy down for you. So if your rate is 7% right now, for the next year, you'd be paying, roughly that 5% rate. And, of course, your closing costs and fees and things. But then the next year you're at 6. And by then, if the rates have gone down already, you just go refinance out. So it really gives you a position to get in with your lower payments, because what the seller is doing, in essence, this is me making it very general. In essence, they're taking that money difference in the payments and putting it in an escrow account that's paying your payments for you until you're done with the 2-1 buy down part. So anytime the rates dip,
they're helping you
get in now for what feels like a lower rate to you for your payment, but it lets you get into the market now, because I can tell you the rental market is not going to get better anytime soon.
Yeah.
Those rental property, those affordable properties have been bought up. They are hunkered down for the next 10 years to be rentals, and those rates are going to keep rising and rising and rising.
So the seller's saying, look, I won't fix the steps or paint the basement like you want me to.
Depends. How long's the house been sitting there?
Right, but
you might get both.
I will offer to buy your rate down for a couple of years to get you into the house.
Correct. Some other options you can do is, our sellers can do, or our buyers can ask for the taxes to be paid for a certain amount of time. Like anything that you can negotiate from the seller up front that would help you make a move now can be creative. You can set up escrow accounts. I sold a place at the Lake of the Ozarks a while back that the HOA fees, I had one of the largest places there. So they go by square footage. And the HOA fees for my particular place was really high compared to everybody else because it was twice the size.
Sure.
But that's a big nugget for some people to add that fee on top of a payment.
Right.
So instead of me dropping my price, I ended up saying, I'll put an escrow account together and pay your HOA fees for the next 5 years instead of a price reduction. That made all the difference in the world. People came right in because it sat there for a couple of months. It was gorgeous condo. Everybody's like, why didn't it sell? It's like, because of the HOA fees.
Right.
As soon as I took that out of play, condo went under contract. No problem.
That's
so you
really
can think
interesting.
about different creative ways, either as a buyer or a seller, that would unlock what's happening right now and put some deals together.
And you're saying because the market has sort of loosened up a little bit, sellers are selling, but they're not having the 17 offers they got. It's a little more back to normal. Exactly.
And again, just another tip, because somebody heard me say this on the radio a couple of weeks ago, and they brought it to my attention that it really helped them, is if you do feel like, because again, there are some houses out there that are still getting some multiple offers. It's that weird mixed bag in St. Louis, so depending on the area, price point, that kind of thing. So if you feel like you're in love with a house that is going to have some other offers, again, you're not 100% sure they are, you think they are, use that escalation clause to come in with a lower entry price with a higher escalation. For 2 years, I've been preaching, don't come in with a lower price, come in with a good price and the escalation. Now I'm saying use the escalation for what it truly was meant 4 years ago. Is you come in with the offer that you closer to what you really want to pay, but then you say, but I'll pay X if there's another offer. And then they've got to provide the other offer. So that is a way to kind of hedge your bets, to be like, I think there's going to be, but what if there's not? And I just paid $15,000 over.
Well, you've just exposed our whole buying process from buying the house. That's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
That is exactly what we did.
Yep.
So Lori and I sat outside the house, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep. And you do, like I said before, you do run the risk that you're showing your cards of what your high number is, but that doesn't mean you're going to necessarily pay that high number if it comes to fruition that there is no other offers. It does kind of make you go, ooh.
Yeah. Actually, on a side note, a couple of friends and people, hey, tell me about the house. And I told them about the house, and they all paused and said, boy, you have a really smart real estate agent.
Yes.
They said you have a really smart your real estate agent knows what they're doing.
Yes. So she's been great. She's been wonderful in the business.
Well, yes, but it was under your tutelage and all that type of stuff. So for all of your buying and selling, Kathy Helbig, right? You don't care about buying or selling. You care about the right deal for you. That's where Kathy Helbig comes in. 314-276-SOLD. 314-276-SOLD or KathyHelbigGroup.com. Good stuff.
Thank you.